What's going on, everyone? My name is Triforce Addiction, and welcome back to another, looking back series for Call of Duty Mobile, where I take a look back to, the older weapons of COD Mobile and just talk about their brief history and during the times where they may have had a certain moment in COD Mobile where they were absolutely powerful. So the weapon that we are going to be looking at is, of course, the HVK 30. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys may have some fond or some pretty nightmarish memories, or depending on who you are, for this weapon. So the HVK dates back pretty much to Black Ops 3, and it made its way into this game. Honestly, I don't even know. I know for a fact that it made its way into this game before I even started playing COD Mobile seriously. I started around Season 6 of last year, and if you guys could let me know when this actually came out, I would really appreciate it, because I honestly don't even know when this did come out. So yeah, but just so you guys know, it did come out sometime before I actually started playing COD Mobile. And I mean, it was a pretty normal weapon at that. I mean, it wasn't really the best and it wasn't really the worst, but I did enjoy using it for what it was. And this was, of course, pre-Gunsmith. When the Gunsmith came out, yeah, this weapon was pretty pathetic. Grinding out gold camo wasn't really the best experience of my life, and that was mainly because this weapon was way too weak. Of course, we were in the early stages of the Gunsmith, so, some weapons were going to be extremely weak without, any changes made to them. But this one did get a significant change after all, eventually around Season 11, Season 12, where it did get a new attachment called the large caliber ammo. So basically what this does was reduce the amount of ammo capacity that you actually had with this weapon. The original amount was 30, it gets lowered down to 25, but with much higher damages. So now you're able to actually 4-shot and perhaps even 2-shot, depending if you're in a very, very close range within the enemy. And it was a much more viable weapon. I mean, you could see right now, I just got a headshot damage of 50. So you were able to actually 2-shot enemies with this weapon if you were really, really precise. So when that attachment first came out, this weapon was pretty much at its prime. A lot of people were using it in ranked and also public matches. This was the meta that was, available other than just the Akimbo Phoenix. Eventually, they did nerf the range and the damage just a little bit, just so it could be a little bit more balanced, and they did reduce the ammo capacity from 25 down to 24. I mean, yeah, it's just one bullet, but I mean, it doesn't really make too much of a difference at all. But I will say that the large caliber ammo was a big help for this weapon. And honestly, I kind of feel like it probably needs a capacity buff, specifically now where, the the M13 is extremely powerful, as well as the Type 25. I mean, that could help. I mean, other weapons do need some changes as well, so more assault rifles can be viable. So having an ammo capacity buff may not be the worst thing in the world. At least get it up to like 28 or something like that. Trust me, I wouldn't be asking for this change if the M13, MX9, and the Type 25 existed right now. Just keep that in mind, just so you won't think I'm like extremely stupid. But yeah, anyways, the HVK, even now, I mean, it's a pretty good assault rifle. I did enjoy using it while recording. And, it still has its uses. Despite its low ammo capacity, it still has some pretty good uses. I mean, the other ammo attachments that it does have is a 44-round mag and a fast reload. For the most part, its base damage isn't really that bad, when it comes to using it without large caliber, but I mean, it's still not enough to compete with other assault rifles that are currently in this game. I will say this, I don't know if you guys remember, but this gun actually had a very, very broken moment for a few days. I think it was just one or maybe two, but there was something that they messed up with the balance, where the damage was so high that you were able to get like a 2-shot kill. I think the damage on the body was like 90. But there was kind of like a trade-off. You would not be able to kill enemies at a long range because it actually caused no damage at longer ranges. But of course, if you're in close ranges, it was an absolute monster. And a lot of people were exploiting this until it did get fixed. So yeah, there was a time where this weapon was absolutely unstoppable with no hope of, you know, actually defending yourself against it. We just have to thank the Lord that Sledgehammer was not the developer for this game, because it would probably still be broken right now, just saying. And yeah, you bet your ass I'm gonna throw some jabs at Sledgehammer games. But yeah, I did like the response time. They, like I said, they fixed it rather quickly. It wasn't something that stayed in the game for like way too long. So, you know, thankfully, you know, that part's over. But, you know, even now, like I said, it's still a pretty viable weapon. Even though it does have 24 bullets, it's still a monster, especially in close range, where you could actually get a 2 to 3 shot kill. So with the high caliber mag, it does make it one of the most strongest weapons in the game, but only if you have this mag attachment on. If you don't, this weapon is pretty much useless. So that's something to keep in mind if you're a person that has not, you know, actually gotten gold or even used this weapon at all. So here's to hoping that assault rifles, and not just the HVK, but you know, every assault rifle does get an overhaul at some point. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD Mobile content. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.